I want to sit down with you and discuss a list that I think really important to talk about, because there are certain things that we already had at home and you definitely do not need to buy anything else just because they slap a label for baby. If you're wondering if you need to buy a separate humidifier for baby just because it's advertised for baby, you don't. I've got the list for you. This video is not sponsored. Let's get to it. So first thing is humidifier. I bought a huge humidifier, which is like a really different one. I've always seen like a white, really ugly humidifier out there in the market, and especially for the baby world, it's just like ugly. Sometimes they come in like animal, pandas, or bear. I don't like those. And the water tank is just like so small. Plus we move into this tiny little apartment and it's just so dry in here. I just had to buy something immediately, and with the aesthetic that we have, plants and everything, it just makes sense for me that I just get this particular big humidifier. It lasts like 2 days on full tank and it looks really cute. So I thought I'll splurge on it. It's not cheap. And we still use it to this day, and it works wonderfully for the entire family, including baby. The next thing is white noise. Everybody and their grandma love the hatch, whether it is a travel hatch or the big one. Even my friends loves it, but I just couldn't validate the price for something that makes white noise. A little bit of music, very limited music, by the way. You can only play things that in the app, like you can't really choose whatever you want, which is ridiculous. And it makes different lights, which I don't understand why it's for. I'm doing the video right now and I'm looking up their website. It said that for night light, let your child choose their favorite color to drift off and make bedtime a little bit more magical, which is kind of cool if you have a toddler. Or time to rise feature, which is you can set it up and it will lights up and let your child know that it's time to wake up. But we have the sun for that, so it's still not needed. Good to have, I guess, but not needed. There's a reason they validate everything for it, but I just don't believe in it, so I didn't get one. I got the travel one, and I did like the travel one that I had. Papa, it's loud in here. However, I still think it's not worth the price for it. It's just super expensive for a little box that makes music when you have your phone. We have Alexa all through our house, and there's cheaper brands that you can go about it instead of the hatch. I did like my travel one just because the one time she was like an infant, I think she was like a month old. We went to pediatricians and she was being fussy and crying. So the travel hatch has like all kinds of white noise, heartbeats, and like all kinds of. I don't like white noise in general. They bothers me. I cannot sleep with them. So I like the Rockabye Baby little tune that they play on repeat, which is another thing that I like. It plays on repeats if you pick one, and she loved it. It calms her down like literally immediately. It's like to this day she's obsessed with Rockabye Baby. I think for that reason, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing is a godsend. But the one time, literally this happened like 3 weeks ago. I was driving. Calm down, honey, calm down. I was driving and there was nobody in the back seat to help me. So she was teething and I had toys for her, but I have given it to her and she flunked it out in like the middle of the seats or something like that. So she couldn't find them and she was being fussy and she was like not able to calm herself down. I was in the driver's seat, so as frantic as I was, I'm like, what do? I can't reach the hatch, it's back there. So I just put the tune on my phone, on my Spotify, and I found something of a similar thing, and I just put on repeat and I was singing to her in the car and it worked literally the same way. And then I had a moment like, oh my gosh, this little thing cost me $39 when I can just turn on my phone for it. But I do understand. Don't get me wrong. I could validate the travel hatch or any of the cheaper brand because it has no Wi-Fi. It's not connected to any apps. If you care about the radiation EMF thing, it's definitely safe. So you can even put it like so close to baby head or in her car seats and it still play tunes and it works the same. So would I buy it again? Yes, I would buy it again. Would I buy other brand that is cheaper? Probably, because it does the same shit. There's no different. Hash is just a brand that everybody loves, and they probably pay a lot of people influencer for it and has a bigger marketing campaign. I also think your phone works the same, and there is a way, which I'll add into this video, how to literally play white noise on your iPhone. To use this feature, go to your setting, go to accessibility, find audio and visual. Then you want to find background sounds and turn on background sounds by tapping. Make sure it turns green. Then you can go to sound and explore balance noise, bright noise, stream, rain, ocean. These are super crisp, so I love these. Sometimes white noise machines just don't sound crisp enough, but these are actually really good. You can even play Spotify or YouTube or other sounds within your phone while you're playing these background sounds at the same time. I don't know about you, but I think it's awesome and it's free. I love that for us. Once you have background checked off, you can drag from your own screen in the top right corner, find the icon with the little ear, and enabling this feature that way, just right and quick, and choose your options from the drop down. I saw a mom on YouTube does this and I was like, mind blow. But anyway, your phone emit EMF, so I wouldn't play it next to baby. So other type of white noise that I do use is that I have an air purifier, a huge one, in the living room because my husband enjoys a little bit of Mary Jane at night. But the other one that I do have is a little bit smaller, and I put it right next to her bassinet. And that one is a little bit older. I'll put all the link below. I think because it's older, it's just a little bit louder. Like the technology about 8 years ago was not there, you know? So it does like, even on like level 1, there's different level that you can like, I want to say the section, and that's like little white noise to me, and I've gotten used to like sleeping with the sound. So I think like that is literally free white noise to me. When I have guests over or things like that, I will just put it up to like level 3, a lot louder, and it doesn't bother her. She's used to it. That's just another free way. The next thing is Kinedu. There's this app, this wonderful app by the way, called Kinedu, Kinedu, looking at my notes, and I pay $60 a year for it, and you can input it like while you're pregnant and while you have your baby. You can let the app know that you had your baby, and then they'll let you know like what to do with baby, all the way up to like eating solid, all the way up to like a couple year old. It's really cool. And they literally have master courses, videos, and all kinds of free informations that you can access. But at the same time, after I bought this damn app, it constantly crashes on me. And I went to the Peanut app one day, and I don't know what I was asking people on there, but some of my moms said, oh, pathway.org. So I went and download pathway.org, and although it is not like while you're pregnant, I don't think it does that, but I don't know. I've had it for some time, so I can't remember, but it is wonderful and it's completely free. I cannot believe that it's completely free. It tells you everything from what to do with your baby, what activity you should be looking for, what motor skill, what communication skill, what kind of skills a baby acquire or achieved or is pending. You can check it off, and if you're confused by what they're asking you or asking you to do, like if your baby has acquired this and you're confused about it, there's a video on it, and there's different activity that you can help your baby achieve it if your baby is not there yet. Like fucking mind blowing, and it's completely free. I cannot believe I pay $60 for an app that crashes literally all the time when there's a free app out there. So anyway, that's why I'm making this video for y'all. The next thing is app for babies. There are all kinds of apps to track with baby, whether it's be nursing, you want to pump, or feeding time, or solid, or poop, pee, medications, doctor, growth phase, I mean, sleep, literally everything that you can track. And there's tons of app for it. But the one thing I was so adamant about when I was first postpartum was just have an app that worked with my Alexa, because I had them everywhere in the house. Probably not the good thing when we're talking about EMF radiations, but I already have them all around because we like to listen to music so much. And we had these set up before baby came around. So I'm like, why not just use it, So when I feed or pump, it was so important to me that I was not around my phone. Plus, I was so sleep deprived. So it's just like, if I'm like half eye open, like changing her and she have a poopy diaper or pee diaper in the middle of the night, I'm not gonna run to my phone and clocked it up. First time parents, you want to track everything because you don't have how to care for baby yet, so you don't know what normalcy looks like, so you want to track it a little bit, and that was important to me. But anyway, I want to have an app that works with Alexa, and there's tons of apps. You can go on the Alexa apps, but a lot of them don't work, except for the app called Piyolog. It really worked the best for me. Like, I can be changing her and be like, hey, Piyolog, log in P, and they'd be like, boop, boop, and your phone would be logged in. It's a wonderful track with pumping or nursing as well. Like, it has a timer, or you can just manually input, or you can change it, you can edit it. Like, it's great. It's cute too, which helps. And you can buy premium versions for like a couple $, I think, a month for it, or you can buy like a year. But I didn't end up doing that. After like 3 months, I still seldomly use that, but I don't track it heavily anymore because I had a grips of what my baby is like now. So I still track for growth phase. I really love the growth phases. Every time we go to the pediatricians, I enter growth phases in there, and it has a summary log chart that lets you know how much she's growing, which is what you want to see is the increasing on the graph. So that's what she's been getting, and I love it. Definitely recommend. There's a couple of apps like Huckleberry apps or something like that. I try to download it. It's just looks very confusing to me. I don't like it. It's just my personal preference, Okay, so next thing is changing pad. I was told that I need like a really big changing pad, which I really love, the big changing pad that my sister recommended. I think I talked about it before in another video, but I'll link it here again. It covers the entire space. When you do go out to like a restaurant, they have like one of those collapse down to be like fidgeting around. They're not just grabbing like dirty spaces, in the bathroom. So that was important to me. And then, but that thing is not, I don't know, it's just cold. And we live in Florida. Everywhere we go is literally AC. So it was so important to me that baby is comfortable. So I really like the blue snail, and now I take it on the go with me. I was gifted the 1-pack, and because I loved it so much, we put it on our changing pad at home, and every time she have a blowout, she pee, or if you're switching diaper in the midst of it and baby decided to pee, and I can just like literally sit there and stare at her, be like, oh, okay, you pee. Like, I didn't have to like take her out or like freak out about it, because the blue snail pad it's cotton against baby skin, but it's also quilted and completely waterproof. So you can just wait until she's or he is done with the sessions peeing, and then you can pick baby up, place a new one in, put baby back down, and just wash that other one. So it's super easy. And sometimes my really big changing pad is just enough to like cover the surface, but not clean for baby, because honestly, how many times do we wipe down these changing pad? We don't. So I like to take the blue snail with me, and I put an extra layer on top, so baby have like a clean surface to lay on, and then you just wash it when we come home. And next thing is baby lotions. I got a big box of Mistella, I think is the brand, was gifted to me. My sister recommended it, said it was, the good brand. It is a really good brand though, but I don't like their lotions. A lot of baby lotion has like heavy scent, like that baby smell. I don't like any scents already. Like, I have like fragrance allergy because of the alcohol in there. But at the same time, after I gave birth, I just got more sensitive than ever. Like, I can't handle anything. Like, I could walk into somebody's car and they have one of those like air freshener, and I would just get so sick. I'll get nausea and just sick to my stomach. I don't understand. It's a new phenomenon. I'm trying to figure it out. But even with the Mistela, they have the skin spray and they have the body skin lotions. And even if their body gel wash has scented to them, I don't like it at all. The only thing I like from them is the shampoo. So instead of buying, just buy shea butter. And I really like this brand that has color lore. I'm gonna butcher it up, y'all. It has oatmeal in it, and it's just good for her skin, and she smells like a little Hershey chocolate bar. So we both loved it. My husband loved it. It's been 5 months and we're finally like using up the jar. I am excited to use more, and I got the one that's non-fragrance. They have fragrance one that they use, I think, essential oil, but even that I'm like not gonna risk it. Just buy fragrance free. Next thing is baby detergent. Oh my god, there is this brand that I see is marketed everywhere for baby detergent. I'm like, why is baby detergent even a thing? Isn't it just detergent? But I find, well, comes to find out, there's a lot of like toxic like chemicals and fragrances in there. Heavy fragrances, by the way. Funny, we just talked about fragrances. Heavy on the fragrances, by the way, so I just don't use it at all. I have a couple of samples sent to me from Amazon with register sample kit for baby. I just don't like it, so I just bought free and clear detergent. Use that for the entire family. They had no diaper rash, no nothing. Skin is completely clear, and my husband and I have very sensitive skin as well, and we switched to clear and free and nothing. We're good. Next thing, oh, and a warmer. I think I've talked about warmer on my YouTube channel before. Nowadays, we breastfeed a lot, and if we do need a warmer, sometimes like my mom comes over and she does the old fashioned thing where she put like boiled water or warm water in like a bowl, and then she just put a bottle in it and then go hang out with her, and comes around and the milk is warm. So that's why we love our big water warmer that was gifted to us once we moved in here from my parent, and it's been like the best thing in our household. So we always have like warm water, and it's just hooked up the entire time. We use it for tea, coffee, sometimes baby milk bottle, or I use the warm water to wipe her down when we do like a dry wipe, when I feel like she doesn't really need like a full shampoo bath. We would just do that and mix it in with some filtered fridge water to cool down the water a little bit, and we just use that. And I know it's safe, I know it's oil, and I know that it's not going to irritate her skin, because we have warning letter from the city to this place that we live to not drink the water. So I'm like, okay, if the water I cannot drink, there got to be some chemical in there, and I don't really trust it to even bathe her in it. So I have filter all around the house, and that's why when we do dry bath for baby, we just use like the boiled water, and I just know that it's safe for her. Next thing is baby changing table. I mean, this one is like, I think somebody is already like doing this anyway, but her changing table is literally the TV or dresser that we have. It's just like tall enough, short enough. It's just literally perfect height. So we just put a changing basket on there with a couple things like our wipe warmers and some bottled lotions and things like that. And we've been going strong for the last 5 months. She's growing out of the space though, so probably not going to be a thing anymore. But why buy a baby dresser or changing table when you have like a perfect dresser? If you have a dresser like a good height, then I think it's great, but it has to be something that's sturdy enough. Fortunately for us, a good investment before, and so it was like nice, sturdy, the perfect height. It's not too tall, but it's like wide and big. So we just ended up put all of her clothes in all these drawers and using it as a changing table at the same time. But if you don't have anything that is super sturdy, I would not recommend. So this one is also personal preference, and please, please, please look at the conditions of the dresser before you decide to do so. The next thing is Mommy Cozy Pitcher. I ended up did not like that and returned it, and I just used like a mason jar because the Mommy Cozy Pitcher has like printed on there, and I don't like anything that printed when it comes to even glass. And that's why I think I'm gonna switch out the Live Events bottle for her, because it has like the printed ounces on there. So I just switched to the mason jar. I feel like that's something that everybody should have in their household. But beside that, I replaced my stuff with like an iPad, a rocker chair, or like Miss Rachel's. And this is something that, honestly, personal preference. Again, I don't feel like it's fair for a baby to be sitting there and watch an iPad on Miss Rachel's, or, you know, sitting on a rocker chair for a long time. They have you, they have outside, they have trees, they have the clouds. Your baby needs you the absolutely most. So don't worry about getting an iPad. Don't worry about what show is she gonna watch. Is it Bluey? Is it Miss Rachel? Is it Baby Shark? That's literally should be your least of the problem. Like, what worked the best for us when she is the most fussy is taking her outside. She absolutely loves being outside. Like, she just look at the tree, the plant, how green the leaves are, and how round, how big, how hovering over us the branch are, and how clear the sky is, how blue the sky could be, sometimes how cloudy the clouds are. She's just like mesmerized with like everything, and just like being in nature. Like, she honestly loved that. So I did not worry myself with like what show she was going to watch, the iPad that I'm going to have to buy. Although I have books that I bought for her. Her favorite books is literally, let me see, which book is it? Okay. So literally this is her favorite books. This one that I got at Burlington, I think, and it has a sensory silicone to it. It talks about color and different of texture. This is like her absolutely favorite books that I got. Aside from all the other books right now, I do not let her watch Bluey or Miss Rachel or anything like that, because I feel like she's just getting enough stimulation from these at the moment anyway. She's learning just fine, and it's important for, I think within her development, it's really important to be present and not teaching her something on the screen. I feel like in today's world and today technology anyway, everything is on a screen, and I think that moving forward into the AI, the robots world that we're navigating into, meta and everything, I'm like rolling my eyes at it. I feel like she has a lot of time getting into that stuff anyway, because it's not like, if I can try to shield her from it as much as I can now that she's a baby and a growing infant, but I feel like I can't do that forever, you know. It wouldn't be fair for her for me to do that forever. So I'm very conscious of that. I just think that I want to give her the normalcy childhood, not the one that I have, because when I had did not evolve any of this stuff. I want to give her a good foundation to be present, to be able to sense her, you know, all the sensories in her finger, all her hands. I wanted to teach her how to touch, how to feel, what it is to really be human, growing, the beautifulness of be able to feel, experience, and be present in today's world. And I feel like once she grab that foundation, she wouldn't have any trouble at all moving into the meta world if we are going to that fully in the next couple decades. But you know, that's my little rant about technologies. Yeah, so you have these old things that you can come back to, but that's my take on that. So I really hope that you get something out of this chat. I know it's been long. I hope that through this talk, we're able to come together and realize that you can use the things that we already had at home. It's not always good to buy new things. Global warming is a real thing. It's really bad. I feel like the weather is just gonna get more haywire as the year goes by. And my heart is so heavy just watching and seeing everything on the news. So I love you so much. Bye.